Gas gang, happy Friday night to you all out there. Now you're looking at the truck I got exactly last week, and a lot of things have happened since. Let me say hello to everyone that I see here for now. Of course, people are going to be showing up here in the stream. Now you notice I am outside. It is getting a little bit dark, and the solar lights above my head better hopefully soon turn on. If not, we will slap them around a little bit. Oh, somebody turned on their light over there. They want to be in the stream? I don't know if they can make it, but if they can, they're going to be pulling the pull starter on this. So let me say hello. We got Corey out here, Benjamin Martinez, Lotus 420, the Nitro Addiction, a great up-and-coming channel. I have a good time in his chat. You guys should check him out as well. That Nitro Bug, Leonid, how you doing? We got ourselves, well, who else did I miss? I think I missed a few people. That's not very nice of me. We got Michael and Zatari. He goes, you know, this channel is 200 times his channel. And my answer to him is, you are 200 times more detailed with about 100 times more heart. So you deserve it, my dude. We got good channel friend and member Timothy Kungis over here. Checked out some awesome videos of his today. I hope you're enjoying that pizza out there, bro. So let me wait a little while till the lights turn on. It's usually there's like, you know, between the dust conditions, the solar lights, they need a little bit of a catch up to go down. We got DJ Holman, boosted RCs over here getting those miles per gallon in a Jetta. Al Casa 52, bro, how you doing, dude? Sorry, I forgot to text you back there the other day. I was in crazy traffic going home, stuck in a tunnel. They were like doing car inspections. It's like they closed down the entire tunnel just to inspect people for stuff. Maybe they should have been inspecting the roofs when Trump was getting shot. How about that? No, they didn't do that. Now they're inspecting the older tunnels out there. All right, we got Savage Rob, RPM Nitro, Nitro Game Queen Melissa. So let me take a little while longer. We're almost at 50 viewers, and I do want to say, my dudes, this might be a historic weekend. Anybody want to point out why this is a historic weekend? Why is this a historic weekend? It's historic. There's a reason why. Campus RC Nitro, how you doing? The king of savages, emojis, and standing up for himself when the online fake bullies try to take him down. That is not correct, my dude. So happy to have you here. I'm gonna wait a little while longer. Now you guys might remember what happened last. Do you hear that ice cream truck in the background? Dude, sickening. Joseph Katarba goes, start it up. So we're gonna get to it before the end of the... I'm gonna have to go chase down this ice cream truck. Like, I thought they weren't allowed to play music while not moving. Sickening. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm going to go have to kick some ass. I'm kidding around. It started moving right now. For real. Actually, the historical ice cream tone, I was watching this documentary. You know, in the days that I'm not working, fixing RCs, I watch online documentaries. It has... the ice cream truck theme has long historical racist undertones. It's not good. It's not good. Check it out. It's true. It's damn true. All right. So I don't know. The solar lights are not turning on. Let me give it a couple more minutes. Maybe it has to like be literally vampire dark out here. I have another light in the front. But let me tell you what has been going on. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying the return of the horizontal stream. Are you enjoying the return of being horizontal? You know, like when you go to bed, you sleep horizontally, not vertically. We're gonna go back to horizontalism. Okay, go ahead, say it with me. Horizontalism. All right? Now, but in reality, all jokes aside, I've done a lot of stuff on this. John Gooden, how you doing, my dude? All right, so check it out. Oh, that's a spicy meatball over here. Huh? I still haven't really confirmed whether this is a genuine Baja or a King Motors. The reality is, who the hell cares? It's a two-stroke gas, all right? That's what matters. And it's complete. So in a couple of minutes from now, I will fire it up. I might have a second part to today's stream. Now, the second part might be tomorrow, it might be today, but it will definitely include some two-stroke sickening in this, okay? All right, Leonette says they have to go. Where are you gonna go? Can't leave. YouTube owns everybody. Can't do that. Okay? Exactly. Anyway, Booster RC goes show the arms. Okay, I'm gonna show you the Team Fat Dad. Okay, this has Team Fat Dad. Just taking a little minute here to look at the comments. I do appreciate you guys commenting. Of course, I don't take your chat here for granted. I want you to know I participate in your chat with you. I read out what matters, not only the channel members, but everybody else as well. Leonette goes by, I quit YouTube. You can't really quit YouTube. So the thing is, like, it's not like something you can actually quit. It's always going to be there. It's like you can't quit the world unless you're not a member of it, okay? But everyone that's a member of this channel can't quit it. It's unquittable. Where is this light? Unbelievable. So I'm going to take the body off in a little bit. There's actually been quite substantial work. Who here wants to let me know what they think I've done to it? Go ahead, let me know. What do you think I've done to it? When we hit about 80 to 100 viewers, we're going to do some detailed fire ups and goes, okay? It still needs some work, but for now, this is a little bit of a intro. We got Sluggos RC. How you doing? Dude, the light is not going on. Boosted RC goes the carb. Yes, man. It's almost always the carb. So I'll take the body off in a little bit, but I do need the overhead light to go on. Like without the light, it's difficult to really see anything. All right. All right. That's a good point right there from Michael and Zatari. I gave an internal explanation with a boroscope. I still have it. All right. I went far, I went wide, and I went inside the gas engine. In fact, I probably should be doing that today. If I could find my boroscope, we could probably take a look inside. But I, you know, had like a flood a while ago. I kind of lost all that stuff, you know. Booster RC goes check the fuel lines. But we're going to see today how it goes in terms of a first start attempt and a prime. If it primes and I see fuel in the fuel bulb, then it should be adequate. Let me see who we got here. Earl Moorhead over here in the stream. How you doing, man? Happy Friday to you. He goes, carb cleaning, air filter clean. So unfortunately, with like these gas RCs, it's not like nitros. You don't really get away with cleaning the carb. Usually they have an internal diaphragm, which is a rubberized component. It has very minimal movement, but it allows fuel flow. Almost always, 100% of the time, the diaphragm is destroyed and you basically need a completely new carburetor. We got ourselves longtime channel friend and good person overall, Bevins Racing. How you doing, man? It's been a while, but happy to have you back. All right. Corey goes, how much does it weigh? This is about like 30 pounds. It's actually quite heavy. This one has a real sickening metal bumper in the back. Dude, does somebody want to come turn the lights on? Let me go try to like hit them or something. In the meantime, just look at the Baja, okay? Look at the Baja. Let me go hit the lights. Trying to hit the lights. It's not working. I mean, without this, it's going to be a problem. All right, we got one light on. We got one on, but like, where's the other one? I don't know what the problem is with the other light. All right. So we're going to continue, everybody. So I'm going to take the body off now. We'll take a look at exactly what I did. You know, I spent a lot of today in a confined space with really, really strong air conditioning with a lot of cops around. So does anybody want to take a guess what I was doing today? So your clues are I spent a lot of the day in a confined space with a lot of cops around. Damn light turned off. So what did I do? Confined space with cops around. Okay, there were many of them. Got some on my Baja over here. Can't be doing that. By the way, I'm prepared if things go bad. We do have a brand new spark plug from RR3. But let's hope we don't have to need the spark plug. All right, got about 60 viewers. Let me see what's going on here in the stream. If you don't mind, please contribute with a thumbs up. I don't ask for much, but I would like to ask for that. Eugene Pony, how you doing, bro? All right. I don't know why the other light is not going on. Somebody come slap this light over here. Feel like the lights broke. Feel like the lights broke. I'm waving to them. I'm not saluting Hitler, guys. Sorry. Oh, Boosted RC, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Must be all that money you're saving from the Jetta. Dude, the light's not working. I don't know why the other light's not working. I usually have like a shit ton of lights out here. All right, we're gonna take the body off at this point. I'm not gonna waste your time here tonight. Let me just set this up. Okay. Sickening. Somebody go slap this light. I don't know. It's not really turning on. Oh, we got a new channel member, Doug Tiefel. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the middle tier. By the way, guys, the special weekend announcement that I was talking about earlier. I'm probably gonna hit 100K. Okay. I normally don't talk about the number of subs I have. You want to know why, guys? I really don't ever discuss the number of subs I have because it's not about that. It has never been about that. Now I'm grateful. I'm gonna need Melissa over here to like wave her hands, cause like the light's gonna constantly go out. Yo, Melissa, get out here, wave your hands. Spin your hair around for us, okay? Anyway, it's never been about the number of subs. It's always been about the journey, the mission, the restoration, the repair, and making things great and being a positive person. It's always been about that, and it will always be about that. We got light, baby. We got light, all right? So we got light. Now that's bright. You could see my sweat on my head. It's sick. All right, we got Hardy Boy. How you doing, man? Happy to see you here. Zachary Blanco. All right, so let me take this off now that I have a ton of light. I could see myself. All right, by the way, yesterday was arm day for the haters. All right, that was yesterday. Today was a different day. We got ourselves that crazy RC guy. How you doing? All the way from the UK. Happy to have you here, man. All right, so let's flip over to this side. I'm gonna flip the cameras. Compass, if I actually flexed on the haters, I would probably crush their skull. Let's be honest here, okay? I don't want to crush anybody's skull. I'm a peaceful dude. All right? I had to spend the whole day with coppers. I'm very peaceful today. All right, so we're gonna take a look at this car right now. And let me get the light back. So yes, a lot of renovations have been done. The body is obviously not very good. It's seen a lot of bashing. I mean, there's really not much I could talk about the body. You know, the body is not really something I honestly really care that much about. All right, who wants to say take it off? Go ahead, tell me to take it off. Usually, I have other people telling me to do that. You know, it's like, oh, take the day off. What'd you think I was gonna say? Take the day off work, bro. Okay, major repairs and renovations have went down. Now, don't think this is everything. There still needs to be a lot more. You guys just please let me know how the audio quality is, and I will be sure to do the best I can to give you a pleasurable horizontal experience, because like I said before, being vertical is for vampires. Any of you guys here vampires? I'm just curious. I don't think so. Pitbull Air Cooled, how you doing, man? We also got ourselves RC Cape Cod and Harlem NYC RC. What's up, bro? I follow him on TikTok out there. Edward Perry, how you doing? He goes, working on my son's skateboard, but watching the Baja 5T. So I do not 100% know if this is a real Baja, but I do know that right over here, we have Team Fat Dad Racing. Now, I talked to some awesome individuals, and they told me this is a legitimate company. I, in fact, thought the prior owner just printed this out because he was literally a fat dad. Okay? Not like an overweight guy, but like a cool guy. That's American slang for cool, okay? In case you wanted an introduction to being fat. That's the introduction to being fat. The shocks suck. They are super stringy. Did I say stringy? I meant springy. Sickening, springy, not stringy. You can't have stringy shocks. That don't make no sense. All right. What matters is we're going to take a deep dive. The dive so deep that literally that submarine. Literally, that's what was that submarine that Eugene Pony goes low. LOL, good cover up. I try, man. I don't want to piss people off. You understand? We all get a little overweight in life, including me. You know, all it takes is to gain 1 pound a year, and you've gained some fatness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's. Sometimes people have medical conditions. It's not desirable to make fun of situations like that. And I'm sure, you know, people have goals, desires. Let's not be, you know, trying to piss people off. By the way, I have washed the sides. You could see the sides are clean. Dude, this thing keeps going on. I need like a hand waver out here for real. Yes, Brent goes the imploded submarine. It was called Ocean Gate. Ocean Gate was the name, the gate to the ocean. By the way, is it me or that looks clean? Whoa, look, listen to that AC. It's gonna cost me $3 every time it goes on, by the way. So let's take a look closer up. So, you're looking at what's up there, Judge Joe? I want you to know we're doing horizontal streaming today, just for you and everybody else out there that cares about clarity, that cares about field of vision. Everyone think today is going towards these dumbass TikTok videos. You know what? TikTok sucks. It's owned by the communist government. Right. We have a brand new carb installed. Anybody want to take a guess what carb that is? What carb is that? There's one issue with this carb, by the way. It's not really the carb in general, but there's an issue with the linkage. I might have pointed it out before. There's a little bit of an issue with the linkage, but for today, it should be fine. Now, yes, I am missing the air filter. That is because, well, the original foam on the filter completely disintegrated itself. Now, guys, I splurged, and I went real Walbro. I splurged, and we went Walbro 997. So the problem is right here. I'm going to open up the choke, and you tell me what the problem is. Well, I mean, hopefully you can tell, you know. I'm going to open up the choke. Right now, the choke is closed. When it's in horizontal mode, like this video, the choke is closed. Oh, wow, I can't put the choke lever down all the way. What the hell is going on? Why is that? So the linkage in this needs to be adjusted unless I never want to use the choke. All right, so but for today's purposes, we really don't need a choke. It's pretty warm. If you prime good enough, it should be fine. Now, fuel tank, I'm just gonna leave it how it is. This particular model, I got a question here. Is this the 5B or the 5T? So the 5T is the desert truck version, right? So with this giant body, that's the 5T model. So this engine, I looked at it. It actually is almost brand new. When I removed the plug, I looked inside, and the engine has a piston that is cleaner than the mouth of, than anything that trumped, that any, cleaner than anything that comes out of Trump's mouth. Okay? By the way, guys, I want you to know I really don't care who president is, as long as they make good decisions that affect people positively. All right? In this country, we've kind of went down this rabbit hole where we get personal with people, where we vote for people instead of policies, where people out there named certain idiots just get personal with you for no reason, where you should never do that. You should never do that. You should always, you know, vote for the person, criticize the, vote for the idea, criticize the idea, never the person. And today's day and age, it's the opposite. When people are locked in a glass box with their terrible ideas, their only comeback is to attack you personally. So the people that are doing that to me as we speak right now, that's a reflection on you. It's not a reflection on me. Because this weekend, I am hoping this channel will hit 100K subscribers, and then we will go to the moon, baby. All right, anyway, let us continue. Anybody notice anything, I would say, old about this engine? Anything old about this engine? So there's two holes. Anybody want to tell me what these two holes are? For some reason, I like tutoring about engines. I don't know. So it says Chongyang, which means it's a regular CY. CY is good as long as you don't have HY. HY is not very good. HY is basically Red Cat style. They're pretty low RPM. Jimmy George, how are you, man? Happy to see you here. The carb insulator is pretty good. I have put in new gaskets, and the rear has gaskets on the exhaust as well. Dude, this is like the world's worst light. It keeps going out. It's like we're under a light attack. So in a couple minutes right now, guys, I'm gonna prime it, and we're gonna try to do a little fire up, okay? Man, I hope the light stays on this time. The Nitro Bug goes Trump making America great again. Well, we will see, man. We will see, you know. Really, it shouldn't be about people. It should be about ethical policies. All right, let's take a quick look around the back. So this pipe, at first, I thought it was like the HPI Baja SS pipe, but it does not appear to be an SS pipe. All right, now in terms of, yeah, someone said it's a 2-bolt. Dude, the light just totally went out now. So I gotta go adjust the light again. Okay, well, either that or I need Melissa out here waving her hair. Someone tell her to come out here. So this pipe is probably gonna be super loud. I wouldn't say awesome. What needs to happen is, well, I need an air filter. Air filter is not here, but hopefully it should be okay. I do have some fuel in it. CLZ Little John goes, in your opinion, what is the best pipe? That is hard to say because there's several types of pipes for these, right? There's like more silenced pipes and there's more of the Dominator style pipes. Now, depending where you run, I personally like more of the silenced pipes. This one I could already tell it's gonna be crazy loud for like no reason. Jason, how you doing, man? Jason is here with us today. Happy Friday to you, my bro. Now, let me take a look at the electronics box. Now, one of the items of contention was, is this a real HPI? And it's really hard to say because, well, you know, King Motors made a King Motors T1000. That really wasn't much different overall. But the thing is, we do have Futaba servos in this. So it could have been modified. It could have been a kit. It's hard to say. Electronics in there also, it does not look to be like HPI electronics. I might take a look at it later. Pizza and Nitro, how you doing, man? Happy Friday, Nitro to you. So for those of us just joining us, thank you for all being here. This is the Baja 5T I got last week on a stream in Brooklyn. Hoser1, how you doing? Happy to see you here, man. Yeah, so let me catch you all up again. This is the Baja I got last week on the stream in Brooklyn. Didn't pay that much for it, but you know, what matters is it's complete. It was very, very dirty. The body is still not very good. Well, guys, what do you think? Is it time for a little test fire or what? Is it time? Let me flip the screen around. We got Hoser1 out there buying sickening pan cars, dabbling in OS engines. Well, those are the activities of all Nitro Gang members. So I'm happy to know that you're doing it. So let me flip this thing around. We'll take a look at the other side. There is a good amount of work that actually needs to be done. Pitbull air cool goes fired up. So somebody put a 5-minute timer. In 5 minutes, we're gonna yell fire in the gas gang hole. Let's get over to this side. Now, there are a couple of really not great issues going on here, to be honest with you guys. Anybody knows much about the spark plug wire? So this is an upgrade that is pretty common. A lot of people put in these. This is an MSD plug, a real MSD plug as you would have in, let's say, a real vehicle. Let's say you're driving a 79 Chevy Nova, maybe a Chevelle, or if you're really lucky, you're driving a Caprice Classic. Kidding around. Nobody's lucky if they're driving a Caprice Classic. Maybe a Continental or something, you know. But MSD ignition. You could get these, they're like maybe 10 bucks. This one was in fact totally pulled out. I had to reinsert it back in. So I'm gonna be honest with you, this is a real hairy situation. I hope it fires up. Now, we're also missing the fan shroud. Normally, these two screws on top are positioned to a plastic fan shroud. We're missing the fan shroud. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, these are not like nitros. They don't need to be exposed as much for air cooling. The fan shroud really provides most of the cooling, because what happens is inside, if you remove this outerwear, this is called an outerwear. What's up, Mark Messenger? Happy to see you here, man. There is a flywheel with, well, a fan. And the fan really needs to spread air around the crankcase. When you remove the fan shroud, you're not doing yourself a favor, actually. You're doing nobody a favor. Maybe you're doing an engine manufacturer a favor, because you're gonna kill it. That's probably what's going on. Also, the other situation is this wire could easily wobble out. It's not really secured much by anything at the coil at the bottom, but we're not gonna get into it. Let's see what we got. Let's examine the fuel tank. I have added some sickening 100 octane fuel in there. Special gift from Benjamin Martinez. So, RC Misadventures, how are you, bro? Happy to see you here. We got Ghost Living. He goes, what is the size of this engine? Ghost Living, I do not know. You know what? There is no sticker. There is no indication here on what size this is. By the way, if you've never noticed on these fuel caps, there is a bit of a hole. You see right there in the middle of the letter R. In the middle of the letter R, that's the vent hole. Now, I see this one actually has not been enlarged. So if it has not been enlarged, it might have a vacuum issue, but we can talk about that for a little while. Now, Hoser1 says, I want to get a cover for my Roven, so when I run it on dirt, it still works after. All right, so I'll explain to you the way these covers are. There's basically, most people run. Keith Tolhurst, how you doing, man? I saw a little post from you there in the Nitro Gang group, bro. I wanted to message you, but then I took a little bit of a nap. You everything okay, man? Keith Tolhurst, I want you to know, if you're going to leave the hobby, we want you back, you know. So hopefully everything is okay, bro. You could message me anytime, you know, we're friends. So there you go. I care, man. Trust me, I do. This ain't just about making videos and growing numbers. It's never been about that. It's about more than that. In fact, many of my friends in real life are people I met through YouTube. And I'm quite confident that most of you probably also feel that way, unless you're some kind of hater. We got Rebecca Pope. How you doing, my dude? Rebecca Pope recently did a little bit of a slipper clutch delete. He posted in the group. Major success. Him and I analyzed why his Revo is slipping. And I go to him, you probably have one of two issues. You have a broken pin in the trans, or you have a bad slipper. Of course, it was the slipper. Anyway, let us continue. Oh, sickening channel donation there for Trump 2024 from Hoser1. We'll put that into the campaign fund. Although the question is, I get, fake letters from like the Trump supporter fund every other day as if Trump is really doing this to us. He's not. But they get a bunch of old people like that. But on this channel, the richer and louder we run. That is the Trump fund. You guys understand? That is the fund, baby. Okay, Escobar, how are you, man? All right. Let's continue. Anyways, update new carb factory settings. I haven't touched the settings. We do need a kill switch. This should still be functional if it's wired correctly. I have not taken the engine out, guys. So let's see how things go. Roll cage. I'm not a fan of these like colorful things. I honestly like stock parts. But oh yeah, so we had a good question there from Hoser1 about covers. So let me explain a little bit about covers. I've had many Bajas over my years, right? I normally don't do a lot of running in dirt. So what happens is this is the pull start. These parts are really inexpensive. If I pull back, Oscar Quenda, how you doing, bro? Yes, we got Friday Gas Gang over here. If I pull back this cover, I'm just, answering a question about covers. There's basically three main outerwears covers people buy. Now, outerwears is sold by DDM. That's an online website. Hopefully they will sponsor me quite soon and we could get some sickening gas stuff. If not, it's no big deal. I go to work every day because I need the health insurance anyway. Anyway, so let me take this off. As you could see, these models, all cars have, well, openings here for air because there's a fan. Pull starter is pretty cheap, but basically a lot of dirt can get in through these holes. But this is not the only access hole that dirt can get in through. There's also holes all on the bottom of the crankcase under the engine. You really can't see the holes here, but let's see. Yeah, if you kind of get in there real right there, you see like right there, I'm going to show right in the middle over there where the idle set screw. Those are holes as well. So usually people remove the engine and they put these pre-screen filters on. In my opinion, unless you're running in literally dirt all the time and grass all the time, it's adequate. These engines really aren't that expensive. So, I was looking on eBay, Amazon, a regular 30cc engine, they're all CY engines. We're not talking like some kind of modified, ESP ported, nothing like that. We're not talking about Zenoa. We're just talking about Roven CY. They're like $110. You could spend, I would honestly, if you killed the engine after 3 years, I would just get a new engine. It's better. You'll get a new carb, and it's fun. Anyway, so yes, here's the other kind of hole that you would have to cover. On the inside of the crankcase over there, there's also holes going all the way to the bottom. You can't really see it because the Baja has cooling holes all around. So that would be your second filter. The third filter would be the outerwears on the air filter. And as CLZ John says, it's time to fire it up. Guys, look what I have on the floor. That's my starting stand. You think it's gonna go down? All right, let me switch the camera a little bit. Wish myself luck. Eric and Matthew, how you doing, bro? He goes, start that bad boy up. Or do it. Who wants to get pumped up? We're gonna pump some fuel in the primer now. Although I did it before, I got a little excited and I primed it, and now there's like fuel line pressure, but it should be okay. Hopefully, I fly 65. How you doing? Oh, that's Baja time. That's right. Okay. I'm wondering, should I be brave and start it here and not lift it off the ground? Should I be brave or take precautions? What do you think I should do? Well, first thing I should do is make sure we're at idle. And we are, all right? So we are definitely at idle. This is brake. Okay, we have brake, so this is at idle. Okay, it should be at idle. Pizza Nitro goes safety first. The thing is, I'm confident. And we're gonna have to be brave today because there's individuals out there that we have to be brave for, okay? All right. You guys, let me know if you could see okay. You should be able to see fine. It's prime time. You guys remember this wrestler called MVP? Montavious Porter? It's MPV prime time. Hold on, MPV was a Mazda van. Shit, wrong one. Well, what do you think? I'm gonna do a little prime. We're not using the choke. You guys think it's gonna start? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be about it. All right, I'm gonna pull the pull starter. About 1 pull to prime it. Well, to prime it. This just builds fuel line pressure. You let me know if you can hear, see, smell, taste, and think well. Okay, how you doing there, John Hensley? Let's hope we have a fire in the Nitro Gang hole. All right. Our archery goes sickening primer action. You know it, bro. You know it. I gotta keep waving for the lights. Okay, I'm not flexing over here. I promise. Well, if anything happens, I'll just lift it. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7. I smell a little gasolina. 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna do 1 more prime. 2 small pulls, and we're gonna tug. Okay? Are you all ready to tug? Get ready to tug. One more. One more. This pull starter cord is shit. It's a runner. It's cake. How you like that? Shut it down. That was a great start, wasn't it, guys? Who is gonna do shoulder presses with a gas RC like this? Nobody. Okay, you gotta train. Think I'm gonna let you destroy me? It's not gonna happen. Our tree goes sickening idle. So this was the brand new carb. That's basically all I did. I didn't really do anything else. So we know we got spark, we got fuel, we need the rest of the parts, don't we? Well, my dude, I'm gonna start it up again. Hardy boy goes, that's it, I have to get another Rovin. We'll take a quick look around. Let me touch the head here. Dude, it's cold. If I were to lick it, I couldn't even cook an egg on this. This is sickening. That was the stock carb tune on it, by the way. How did it sound on video? Did it sound okay? So this pipe, I will say, it's a little bit on the noisy side. It's not a silenced pipe. I really would prefer like more of a silenced pipe. I might have to get like another one. It fired up. I'm gonna wait a little while longer. Do a little fire in the hole again. And hopefully, well, actually I have to take a look at the electronics. Electronics are trash. Pitbull air cooled ghost sounded great. John Gooden ghost sounds good. Thank you, man. New carb. In my experience, almost always, it's bad carbs on pretty much any used gas RC. Now, it's not really a troubleshooting type video. I did most of the work off camera. because messing around with like the carb stuff, there's like screws, there's gaskets, this and that, sealers, it's annoying. Okay, how you doing there, Crazy Dad Nitro 2.0? Happy to see you here, man. Let's take a look at this side, and I'll show you some of the other issues I kind of do have to work on. All right, let's take a quickie look at the other side. Oh, Brent, thank you for that channel donation. He goes, for the gas fund, bro. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so unfortunately the gas prices went up for the premix that I always used to use, which is not awesome, but what can you do? Anyway, thank you for that channel donation from Brent, bro. I appreciate it as always. Now, RC Adventures, what's going on, man? Happy to see you here. Now, RC Adventures, great person. Thank you for showing up, and an awesome channel moderator. All right, A2RC goes, she looks good. Thank you, man. The only problem is this. It really isn't that big of a deal. These pull starters are like, you know, $12, $15. Well, I think now prices went up, so they're probably a little more now. But it's not the end of the world. These are what's known as, there's basically two styles of pull starters for these guys. There's ones that are called Easy Start. This is not that. Anything 32, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It's possible I could be wrong, but the chance of that is 1%. Okay? Probably a lower chance of me being wrong than Elon Musk being right. And if you like that joke, let me know with a hell yeah. Anyway, Cool D32, how you doing? He goes, how does the ethanol affect the motor? So the problem with ethanol, it doesn't really affect the engine in any way. What it does affect, ethanol, is the carburetor. So as I said before, these carbs right under this, basically under the primer bulb, under this metal, I don't know what these things are called, but inside over here, you see this rubber element over there? That's the diaphragm. And yeah, you can replace them pretty cheap. People that, like, you know, repair lawn equipment, they usually buy diaphragms and just replace it. But in a car like this, they're really not that expensive. What happens is with ethanol, it will, I don't want to say the word disfigure, but it will warp. It will warp the rubber diaphragm on the inside there. I know John Hensley does a lot of repairs to chainsaws, stuff like that. So he's probably fully aware. What's up, my dude? All Aspects RC, making the best barbecue known to mankind in the USA and the world. All right. Soon I'm going to be grilling up some barbecue. Hopefully, if prices of chicken didn't go up. Anyway. So in terms of fuel, what you really want to do is you want to run ethanol-free fuel. The reason is, basically for about a year, it will be okay. But after about a year, your diaphragm, it will begin to run a little poor. You're going to have to prime more. It won't hold a consistent, what is it called? A consistent tune, right? In terms of mixtures, they do sell pre-mixed fuels. And normally I was always buying 25-to-1. That was like the standard premix. There's 25-to-1 or 40-to-1. Now I know some people with more higher performance engines, they actually go all the way up to 50-to-1. That means 50 parts gas and 1 part oil. Not recommended, but I know pretty popular YouTubers, Jeff from Eastside RC, that has been running 50-to-1, but you know, he builds his engines real well. He basically hasn't had any faults. So, you know, but we don't know the amount of runtime that he puts on them. For me, I would say about 32-to-1 is optimal, because you still get a nice rich mix and it's safe. Plus, you know, these are pretty much stock engines. They're not modified. They need a little bit of extra oil. And this is a 2-bolt. Surprisingly enough, I washed some of this for this stream, right? Just to make sure I could see if there's any leaks from oil under these gaskets. There is no leaks, it looks like. That's the differential on the Baja, in case you've never seen it. Anybody knows what this is called over here, this fin? So this is the exhaust header. That's the engine. What is this thing called? That's called the export. It's like a roving thing. Basically, HPI doesn't really use them. The goal, I think, is for cooling. It's called the export. Quite sure. It's basically just cooling fins over here on top. It's more or less totally useless. All right, my dudes. What do you say? Should we do 1 more fire in the hole? 1 more fire in the hole. 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 1 more fire in the Now, yeah, everyone has their own optimal mix. 25-1 is very, very good. It's recommended. In fact, if you read the original HPI manual, it will say 25-1. But the reality is the original HPI manual was written when people were still running, I would say, non-synthetic oils. Right, we're talking in the early 2000s. Oh, Monty Motorsports, been a member for 2 freaking years, man. I appreciate it, dude. Hopefully you've enjoyed the channel, and hopefully you've agreed with what I've said so far. But if you haven't, that's fine. But I'm sure you have, so we got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know, back when I first got my first 30cc Rovan, I did read the HPI manual, and it does say you don't even need to break them in. It literally says you do not need to break them in. But then again, they were kind of running at that time. It was a given that you were running non-synthetic oil. Today, we're almost all running good synthetic oil, you know, something from Klotz or what is it, the Dominator oil. Pretty much, they're basically all synthetic oils one way or another. Castor oil too. Back then, they were running like non-synthetic. I know if you go to Home Depot, you can get like a 2-ounce bottle of 2-stroke oil, basically used for like lawn equipment. And that's probably, in my opinion, what they were doing. So the engine didn't require as much of a break-in. They just said, forget it. Anyway, got to order up a filter for this. The whole thing. I don't have the whole thing. It's missing. It's gone. What do you say? Should we do another fire in the hole? We got over 100 viewers here. 100 viewers, baby. 100 viewers. By the way, anybody know what this is on the bottom? I was looking at this before, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of this, honestly. That blue cover. As you know, normally these Bajas, all of them have holes in the chassis, and dirt gets in there pretty much all the damn time. This is what people used to do. It's basically a piece of aluminum or plastic, Lexan, whatever. You put it in there, and you cover up the holes. Dirt does not go inside. Monte Motorsports goes, fire it up. Let's make it happen. In terms of the view, you guys liked the view before? Oh, by the way, yeah, this cord, as I was saying, it needs to be cut down a little bit. It retracts a little bit. There's probably dirt in the system, but it really isn't that big of a deal. It's, you know, as long as you fire it up, it fires up. These pull starters, surprisingly, the parts for these gas cars are cheaper than they are for nitros. Go figure. If you were to buy like the Hobeo Hyper 30 pull starter, that would be like, what, 25 bucks? Michael Graham, how you doing, bro? And we got White Boy. He goes, is it safe to run my Rovan Baja on 40-1? I would not recommend 40-1. If you buy fuel that's like a 40-1 mix, just add. You could do like an online calculator for ratios. You really want to be not higher than like 32-1. Most people run 28 or 32. 25 is safe. I've run 25 for a long time. What's up, Rusty Nail? How you doing? I've run 25-1. I mean, the thing is, it's safe. It's safe. It's not unsafe. It's a matter of your ability to mix things, I would say, you know? Anyway, let's do another fire in the hole. All right. Now, of course, a lot of this advice really... It is subjective based on like the performance of the engine you're running. Let's do it again. But for the run-of-the-mill non-performance engines, 25-1 to like 35-1 is fine. You're not gonna have any kind of issues. These aren't like nitros. They're not really getting. They also have air cooling from the fan, right? So, all right. I gotta wave my hands around for the lights. They're solar, motion sensor. Okay. Okay. Let me lower the light a little. I mean the camera. You guys could take a look at the fire in the hole. All right, so at this point it's already run, so I don't really need to prime it that much again. John Hensley, bro, Hybrid, congrats on almost 100K subscribers. Thank you, bro. I want you guys to know nothing's gonna change. I'm not gonna sell out, even though, yes, I am getting hit up by many advertising companies every single day. But YouTube is not my job. It's always been my hobby, and it always will be. Anything I make on this channel is reinvested back into well, everything I buy for this channel, right? That's kind of how it works. But yes, they want me to review crap all the time, and I basically told, well, I told AliExpress, unless you have a nitro, don't talk to me. And they said, don't worry, we're not gonna. All right, put your hands together. We're gonna have a fire in the hole. Lee M, how you doing? He goes, gas gang in the house. All right. All right, maybe one day, Hoser One, I will accept something from Temu or Temu, however you say it. I don't know. Maybe we'll get something from Temu in the future, but I'm gonna order specifically items that I think are helpful to people. I'm not just gonna accept trash that they wanna send away for garbage, okay? It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna go to the Temu website. I'm gonna take a look at it. Might order a servo, might order some things that are useful, and you know, maybe I will review it. It could go down. Never say never. Just because they're, you know, not an American company, that's not right. Okay. Let's do it. All right. Gotta wave to the, gotta salute the lights. Salute the lights. 1, 2, fire in the hole. Whoa, crazy compression. Whew. Sickening idle, huh? That's it. I could punch grapes and do shoulder presses with a running 5T at the same time. Who's gonna do that, bro? Nobody's gonna do that, okay? This isn't my only hobby, all right? I like to go bully some weights in the gym. All right, anyway, I'm gonna see what you guys are saying. White boy wants to know, what is the best carb for a 45cc? You should get the stock carb. Trust me, get the stock carb. All right? With the lights. It's in your best interest to get the stock carb. I've tested out multiple carbs. Really, the most useful upgrade on many of them is an ethanol. It's called, what is it called? It's called the primer bulb. It's called an ethanol resistant primer bulb, usually like a black in color primer bulb. In my opinion, the thing is, if you can't see fuel in the primer bulb, it's not very convenient. Damn freaking lights. Sickening. Right, let me, I'm wondering if we should take a look at the electronics, because in order for me to get this to run, yeah, I have to go through all of it. And these Baja electronics, they're honestly not cheap. The battery is probably gonna be, I'm assuming $45. All right, could somebody go punch that light over here? Sick. See what you guys are saying. All right, Michael Graham goes, excellent fire up. All aspects RC goes, sounds nice. So that was a stock carb setting. You know, when you run it, obviously, I might raise the idle a little bit. It was very, very low. It's not good to have it that low. You can run a little bit on the cold side and rich, and you could foul the plug. But in this case, we're just making sure we don't have a runaway, right? Because I'm, well, taking risks. Taking risks. Well, guys, we got over 110 viewers here. Let's take a look at the electronics, and then we're going to see what else I can do. I do have a part 2 to this video that is not Baja related, all right? iFly65 goes, what year is this? So the Bajas came out in 2005. No, 2006, right? 2006. So the 5T was probably 2 years after that. It's probably safe to say this is from around maybe 2010. I would say, unless it's a King Motors. It's also possible. You'll never, sometimes when people upgrade so many things, you really can't even tell, right? Everything on here is basically upgraded aluminum, and it's not bad parts, really. So let me see if we could take a look at the electronics. I have to remove this roll cage. hold on. Gotta remove the roll cage. Come on, guys, though. Based on what I got last week, when you saw this thing was a disaster, right? But in reality, all it really needed to fire up was a carb. That's all it really needed. When I took the plug out, the piston looked completely new. It looked like it never had fuel in it. I think what happened is the prior owner rebuilt the top end. And the carb probably went bad over time because they were using ethanol. I did check the diaphragm in the old carb, and it was really distorted. It was like hella crooked. Like normally, it's pretty easy to spot a distort. It's the light, bro. I'm not saluting Hitler. I'm saluting the light, okay? All right, let's take a look. So the roll cage is pretty easy to work with like this. You could remove the entire radio box, which, no, you don't need to. There's a radio box cover. I'm curious what kind of electronics are on this, so let me switch the lights, and we'll take a look at the electronics. But for real though, did you like that fire up? It had good compression, right? I know before in the first stream, someone said it had bad compression. It appeared so, but that's because the engine had no oil film on it, really. All right, let's do a little flip. Hardy Boy goes definitely a good fire up. Thank you, man. All right, hopefully we could see okay. It's not the best lighting the way this is positioned, but nothing much I can do right now. Okay, so the fuel tank is fine. The grommet, they normally do seep a little bit like that. You see how there's a little bit of seepage on the grommet? That's totally fine. I probably should clean the rest of this out. Now, at first I was like, oh man, I need a new fuel tank. But like these things always kind of look yellowed. It's like an old HP laptop or desktop, right, from the 1990s. Basically, exposure to the elements will yellow it. All right, so we have a charge port here. We have access to the receiver here and wiring. So let me just remove what I can, I think, at this point. And we'll take a look inside this radio box. So the thing is, I got to be careful. I don't want to mess around with the plug wire. By the way, if anybody is interested in like a coil upgrade, well, I don't want to say coil upgrade, but a plug wire upgrade, you can get the MSD ignition plug wire. It's a pretty common upgrade. It's very, very easy to do. Yeah, Brent goes, yeah, if the diaphragm is broken, it's basically like you have no heart. There's no flow. Exactly. The diaphragm is usually the weakest part, especially with ethanol fuels. Now, these MSD plug wires, honestly, this one seems to work fantastic. I have nothing real bad to say about it so far. Okay. Let's take a look over here. I got to be careful with this. I don't really want to get it too much out of the way. So I'm going to take a look inside the electronics box. So we have 7075 aluminum upper plate. That does not appear to be an HD plate. Usually the HD would be a thicker plate. This does not appear to be HD. It's hard to say. I don't know if this is an original HPI or not, but who cares? It's a gas car, right? All right, so we got that out. That's it. The receiver box should just open up. Really is a better idea to remove the clips here. Yeah, Lee M goes, always use ethanol-free gas. Exactly, when possible. Hoser One goes, I run those MSDs on the real cars. Yes, well, they're basically for real cars. Here, although it's only like a $10 plug wire. The thing is, the stock Baja coils are not bad. I've honestly never had to replace one. Let me remove this. It's not very comfortable to remove this part with the fuel tank not removed. But in general, the Baja's chassis is relatively okay to work on once you understand everything is basically held in like on a rail system. All right, so we're about to take a look inside the battery box. By the way, guys, do you think I deserve an award for the lighting? You understand I'm in like pitch black darkness right now? Pitch black darkness. Pitch blackness. All right. Take this out. John Hensley, thank you, bro. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is some old stuff right here. Huh. What receiver is that? What receiver is this? This appears to be some junk piece of something. Is this Red Cat or something? No, hold on. Taking a look at what brand this is. It doesn't even have a brand. But it is 2.4 gigahertz. So, definitely not HPI, we know that. Normally, King Motors came with like Fly Skies. This is some kind of real cheapo aftermarket one. All right, so the battery is going to have to come out. That's basically crap. A-Torsi goes, will I keep the roll cage? Well, other than the fact that it's blue, there's really nothing wrong with it. Some of it is, in fact, well, no, actually, it's all blue. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, you basically need the roll cage. Noodles Racing goes, been doing some 3-speed tuning. Sounds like you're talking about a Savage. Yeah, there's some kind of made in China thing over here. So I'm just gonna disconnect this. This is basically pointless. I don't have the. It's basically trash. I hope the servos aren't bad. Although, these use just pretty much. Well, steering servo is a 5th scale servo, but the throttle servo is just a 10th scale servo, really. Yeah, this is basically trash over here. Let me see. In terms of the battery, I don't have a battery like this. And you basically do need a Baja compatible battery. So what happens is this is the charge jack. It has a Tamiya plug. You do need this. Let me go on Amazon right now. I'm going to take a look at it. Give me a second, guys. Because 100% the battery is bad. So I'm going to go on Amazon. By the way, say hello to yourself right here in the chat. That's you guys. That's you. How you doing? I'm going to give myself some emojis. This is a channel member emojis, of course. Boom, there you go. Congratulations. Well, to me, rather. Right. Archie goes, I had to send in a new Savox servo for warranty. Damn. Really? That's weird, man. All right, let me go to Amazon. Let me look up, I'm going to show you what I'm looking up. So I'm going to look up Baja battery. All right, it looks like, all right, here we go. The search results on the computer. Okay, so it looks like we need this one. So $37, not bad actually. 37 bucks. It's cheaper than I thought. Venom 5,000. Let's see. So it's not these ones. These are the small ones for like the Savages and stuff. Chris Brown, how you doing? Those Trump 2024. All right, these are the small ones. Small ones. So basically, we need. By the way, one of the popular upgrades for these cars is what's known as a symmetrical steering upgrade. Personally, I don't like it at all. I think it's trash. I've driven it with it. I don't like it. I like the weird steering on the Bajas. All right, so we got either the Power Hobby or this Venom Drive. All right, so 5,000 6 volt universal plug. Is this okay? So we got the Tamiya connector, which is what we need. So let me show you basically what we need when you're shopping for a battery. You need the Tamiya connector and you need the receiver plug, right? So the Tamiya connector would be the charge jack, and the other plug would be to your receiver, which is logical. So 5,000 capacity is pretty good. I wonder how much, let's see if there's any similar search results. So let's just go take a look at some of the gas related parts. They're pretty cheap, like, fuel tanks are cheap. Honestly, running like anything with a Baja chassis is fairly inexpensive. Oh, this is also what I need. We're going to do add to cart. So the other thing I need is wheels for my other Baja. So I'm thinking I'm gonna order these wheels for the Baja I ran last week. Yeah, iFly65 goes, I can't believe they still make compacts. Well, you know, it's the only battery that really fits well into the Baja battery box. Some people do run Lifey packs, lithium phosphate, I think they're called. But really, there's nothing wrong with a battery like this. They're very reliable, and reality is you really should be charging your battery every time you go run something. That's very good advice. But if you have a kill switch, which this one doesn't, and I think Killer B is actually out of business right now, I think, you know. Anyway, so that's that. Let me go back to the channel. Got a question for you all. You know what? I think I should probably remove this while I'm here, or just leave it. What do you think? Remove it, leave it, or fire it up again? So, like I said, there's really nothing bad about these style of battery packs. You know, you really got to understand, we're running only 2 servos here. This is still 5,000 capacity in a larger battery, right? This is just a 10 scale throttle servo. Even if you get a 20 kg, it's still a 10 scale throttle servo. And then you have 1 fit scale for the steering. The power demands aren't enormous, right? The coil runs off its own power, basically. Well, not really off its own power, but, you know, through the flywheel, through the magneto. But, yeah, we only really have 1 servo. Mario RC has a question. He goes, I have a question. Does anybody know how to remove the 2-speed gearing from a clutch bell? Normally, the 2-speed pinions on a clutch bell, they're separate pinions. They're usually thread locked super tight. What you got to do is heat it up like crazy and then try to turn it out without breaking the threads. But they're usually thread locked real tight. But some 2-speed clutch bells are molded in 1 solid piece, especially on like cheaper HSP models. But yes, Noodles Racing goes, heat helps. Yeah, you got to really warm the crap out of it. You know, put it in the oven, man. I'm not kidding. Put it in the oven. You got to really warm it up and turn it out. But they're usually seated really, really tight, especially like on something like anything with a HPI 2-speed. It's almost always like that. iFly65 goes, man, he knows about it all. Thank you, bro. Thank you. All right. I think... All right, it just comes out easily. All right, no problem, Mario, man. Okay, so this originally would have been a 4,500 capacity. This appears to be a King Motors battery. Oh, yeah. Is that corrosion? No, that's just foam. You know, who knows? Nah, it's not worth even trying to repair this. You definitely need a new battery. I'm not even going to try to repair this. So on the inside there, that's foam. It's very, very old. It's lined with foam, so we don't have vibrations. To undo this, they're actually kind of an ingenious design. Of course, I didn't bring my driver here, so I can't really do that. Steven Cargo's Fearless RC has that for 18 bucks. I'm going to go look at there. But the thing is, with the shipping, it's going to be even more. And I don't really need that many parts. So I'll see which battery I'm going to get. You know, that's a discussion for another night. What I want to know is, should we fire it up one last time before we move on to something else? Should we do 1 more fire in the hole? Yeah, Noodles Racing goes, yes, don't use a clutch bell. You will literally bend the vice grip. You will bend the clutch bell. You got to be real gentle with a clutch bell. But yeah, you got to heat it up to, like, you know, conditions of like similar to like, well, the sun. We have a metal bumper. I might remove this and paint it. I feel like we need a paint job. All right, 1 more fire in the hole. We'll see how it goes. Corey goes, fire it up. Let me get set up over here. Whoa. Make sure that we're still at idle. Whenever you move around the electronics like this, you gotta make sure you're still at idle. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe raise the low speed needle a little bit. You guys think I should raise the low speed needle? It's a little bit on the low. So I'm gonna turn it clockwise to lean it. Okay. Leaned it like 1 hour. Because the idle was very, very low. You don't want the idle to go so low that basically you're not getting enough spark. Fire in the hole. Who wants to say it here with me? You're gonna say, guys, or I'm gonna be talking to myself all night out here? George Coleman, what's going on, bro? Happy to see you, man. Fire in the hole. Yeah, so like I'm basically able to pull the pull starter over here until it catches. It needs to be cleaned a little bit, and like it's probably just bad. The cogs are bad is what happens. Yeah, the spring and the cogs are probably just not very good. All right. Fired right up, didn't it? That's right, RR3, bro. That's right. That's what you call a great low-speed tune. Turned it up a little bit. In terms of oil content, I kind of eyeballed it. So I started with just 100 octane pump fuel with no premix, because I ran out of, with no oil, I ran out of the premix I normally use. Right, Pitbull Air Cooled loves anything two-stroke, man. Me too. You know, I wouldn't mind like a 4-stroke, but whatever, what are you gonna do? Scotty Z, how you doing, bro? Happy to see you here, man. I'm saluting the lights, bro. I'm not saluting Hitler, okay? There's like solar lights in front of me. I have to move or else the lights don't go on. I mean, that's it for this. I got some other repairs to do. What do you think? Should I remove this bottom chassis protector thing? I honestly don't like it. So this guy, you could tell, went full hardcore blue all around. I don't like this color coordination crap. I like to keep things original as they were. No painting. Pretty much anytime you paint anything in like this hobby, there's, you know, plastic rubbing off of the, well, the paint will rub off almost right away. All right. Damn lights over here. Sickening. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'll respond to a couple comments, and who knows what other car I have to repair. Well, it was the one that was driven into by a kid 2 weeks ago. The HPI 4.6 Truggy. That's what it was. Oh yeah, the shocks are real bad. You guys see the springiness? It's super springy. Look at the springiness. Get ready to laugh. Oh yeah, it's literally jumping. It's a hopper. Who needs the Red Cat Lowrider hopper piece of crap they have? I got a hopper right here. Yeah, it needs shock rebuilds. John Hensley, thank you, bro. He goes, almost 100K subs. I appreciate it, man. Well, I want you to know, 100 million, 3 million, doesn't matter. Everyone that's been with me here from the beginning, and that's many of you guys, in fact, will always be here. Hoser1 goes, hey, Hybrid, why don't you build a kit on live? That would be interesting. So, I do have a couple kits, actually. I have the FW06 kit, which if you want to get, I put a link to that in the description to this video. But I already have that and I'm ready to run. I don't know if I want to build like one of those. So I do have an FW06 kit, and I have an RC8B 3.2 kit. I used to have a Tamiya lunchbox, but I built that a long time ago. Actually, Yeah, building kits it's a little tough to do on live streams because it's like small parts. You need manuals. It's not easy, and plus, you know, it's not like I'm kind of empty on. Okay, Brent, I'm going to pull out that Jammin just for you, bro. This goes out to you, everyone out there, and Brent. I'll show you a little look under the body. I'm not actually sure the condition, dude. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but let me go bring out the Jammin high-end chassis. For now, just take a look at this. Yeah, anyways, we have success. Oh, I have a little bit of a linkage issue over there, by the way. The linkage actually kind of sucks. You know what? Before I do that, let me zoom in on this linkage, and you guys could see what I mean. So that's the linkage on this. Normally, the carb. So this is, you see what I mean? It's obstructed. Whoever did this linkage, they put like an extension tube right there. There's like a brass extension tube. It's not supposed to be here. How you doing there, Akeem, man? Hope you're having a good day at work. It's not supposed to be here. I'm going to have to cut this down. This is not the original linkage. Normally these use like a clasp style linkage. I don't know if I'm going to order another linkage or not. Or just trim this down and make sure I can actually use this. It's actually quite shit the way this was made. Whoever did this clearly was not doing a very good job. All right, so let me go get the Jammin, and I will be jamming right back. Well, you're looking at a Jammin, baby. This is a very high-end model. Special request from Corey. Been asking to take a look at it, and I've not satisfied his request till today. I actually haven't really even looked it over myself that much. I bought this off a fellow Nitro Gang member a little while ago. John Henson goes, dude, that thing looks sickeningly rad. All right, so shocks are very good. We don't have lowrider status. This is not SoCal, California. We're not going to a lowrider show. We have hydraulics in this one, okay? We have real hydraulics, baby. Let's roll her up. I'm gonna show you guys the chassis. Let me just remove some of the lights I have here in a certain area. You all should be able to see okay, I think. I've given you the best view that is possible in this galaxy. All right. So yes, I have a lot of cars, and just because I don't show all of them doesn't mean I don't have them. But listen, guys, I'm not really the kind of person that likes to, you know, compete based on how many cars I have. That's irrelevant. Every single video is about its own unique vehicle. All right, so let's take a look at it. This one's actually very, very nice. Oh, get ready. Who's ready? You ready? As they like to say in Space Jam, are you ready for this? Okay, who said that? I think it was Michael Jordan, no? I don't know, probably. All right. Oh, sickening. Let me get closer, because this is the kind of thing you want to get real close to. John Godin goes, I'm ready. Top-down view. Guys, this one is very, very impressive. We're talking more impressive than a Japanese-made vehicle. And they're very impressive. Air filter is not impressive, though. This is not Japanese-made, okay? This is Korean-made, probably. Well, North Korea. like the worst of the Koreas. Okay, South is fine. They have some good Chiquitas. Let's take a look at the engine from top down, baby. So yes, this one has the Jammin JP2 pipe, pretty great pipe. Fuel tank is good. I tested the fuel tank. Engine wise, we have the OS V, can't see, I'm freaking reading upside down, V-Spec VZB. Now I did some research on these. These were actually sometimes used in Savages. I don't know if they have the best of longevity because they really were not ABC engines. They had their own kind of plating technology going on. We have an aluminum rear chassis brace. Yes, this is a bump start. No pull starting here. Can't be pulling nothing with this one. Front end, super heavy duty milled shock tower. Carbon fiber all around. That's some nice carbon fiber right there. Woven too. It's not just regular trash, it's woven. Carbon fiber center chassis, diff holder. Only thing I'm missing is that battery box cover. But I think a lot of these Ofna products are basically similar. I shouldn't really have that big of a problem. Yeah, this one's real nice. I honestly don't remember if the engine has compression or not. Nah, it should. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm able to spin the wheel. I'm spinning it right now. I'm fingering the wheel. Guys, just took my finger and I fingered it. Sickening. Oh man, that is high compression. I can't even spin it over. I can't spin it over. I can like shoulder press Bajas while they're running, but I can't spin this over. Can't do it. It's really strong. Nice high flow header. Let's take a look at the other side. Yep, this is a Truggy. So yes, 1 speed is all you need. We have the original. Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, this must have been a kit, so this can't be original. But I don't know if it came as almost ready to run or not. We have sway bars. The carb looks pretty good. This engine seems to have very low runtime on it. Dual disc brakes. But yeah, this is basically a Truggy, you know. People really love these things. So let's check out the chassis. I don't know if the chassis has scrapes or not. I don't remember. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let me show you. Oh, wow. There's oil leaking out of the pipe. Oh, that's clean. That is a cleaner. That is a clean job right there. Look at all that oil that leaked out just now. Huh. I know I definitely never ran this. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. It looks almost like, yeah, no scrapes at all on the bottom. 0 scrapes. We're in a scrape-free zone. That's what I like to say. Well, Corey, did this Ofna Truggy satisfy, or did it satisfy? I mean, Brent. So damn, sorry, did I say the wrong person? My bad about that. Yeah, the thing is with these old Ofna things, Truggies, they have very good plastic quality. I've very rarely come across one with like a bad seal on a fuel tank. It's very infrequent. So normally when you see one of these with like milled shock towers, you know it's not like a ready to run model. It's like the sickening model, you know? iFly65 goes, I am the king of scoring nitros. I've had this one for quite some time. But yes, man, listen, like I said, everything I make on this channel, I put it back into the RCs, right? I don't live off the YouTube money. That's just not like a thing. That's how I've been able to grow. All right, let's take a look. OS Max VZ, it says. So this series engine, I would say, has one of the sickest cooling heads from this time period. What's up there, RC Deuce? How you doing, man? Happy to see you here. The innovator. is here. Looks pretty clean. So I think I probably put oil in the engine. That's probably why it's leaking oil out, because that looks like after one oil, like 3-in-1 oil. Aluminum rear hinge brace bracket. Sway bars. That's a little bit of rust, but I kind of kept it how it is. I don't get too OCD on like cleaning things like that. Any questions on this or what? Sickening. What I do need to get working soon is the mini Jammin CRT 0.5, the 12th scale, but ran into a battery problem. Noodles Racing goes, yes, it has captured hinge pins. Good point on that one. Good point. Yeah, this was a serious race chassis. Well, it's a Truggy from the golden day of Truggies. Let me take a look at your questions, guys, in the stream now. I do value your input. Never forget, you matter. We got a question from David Wagner. Sorry, it took me a little while to get to you. David Wagner wants to know. David Wagner says, do you notice any performance difference with a 180-degree header versus one with two tight 90-degree turns? You know, if you're running at the optimal mixture, let's say, and you're trying to get, you know, high track times, I'm not really racing, you do want as smooth of a flow from the header as possible. We're talking about the shape of the header right here. This is the most optimal. Now, the more bends you have in the header, well, that's not what the exhaust flow wants to do. You know what I mean? So ideally, you want a smooth, open header that is tailored to the length of the displacement of your engine. So basically, the longer the header, they're used for tuning for either RPM or for torque. Don't remember which one is which, but basically the length of the header, it's synonymous with either tuning for torque or RPM. It's one of those two elements. Yeah, this air filter obviously was not made in Japan. This air filter must have been made in North Korea. By the way, North Korea is communist. That's why I say that. So the other day I was watching a show on North Korea. Anybody want to hear something funny? I don't want to say it's funny. It's kind of sickening. Oh, by the way, guys, next stream, things are going to change. Things are going to change. No more. No more. I am taking a stand. Anyway, AC compressor went on. It's kind of noisy now. I got this one from a member of the Nitro Gang group, by the way. Yeah, Steve Carr goes, yes, just like plumbing, too many bends will restrict the water flow. Exactly. You want to have as fewer bends in the exhaust and intake as possible. Man, look at that beautiful backplate. If a stream goes down tomorrow, things are going to change. Let me put the body back on. Who knows? Maybe this will get fired up tomorrow. Maybe that's what I mean by things are going to change. Maybe it's not. I'm going to sleep on it. By the way, if you notice the front, normally a lot of race chassis, they have well, no, it's called pivot ball. There's either C-hub or pivot ball suspension. I really like the C-hub personally. If you don't know what pivot ball is, that's basically like what you know, like Revos use, stuff like that. All right. Oh yeah, this is some smooth suspension travel. Right, what time is it? Well, let me go to some of your comments over here, guys. Make sure people don't feel alienated. Anything important here? It's almost 10 o'clock. Time for me to record a video at night at the beach. Rico Suave, how you doing, man? That's a creative username you got. Gotta watch Skeeter Gene. Anybody here know Skeeter Gene? Skeeter Gene. Predator pasta? No? Anybody know? Predator pickles? So did everybody here today enjoy that cyber attack? Microsoft was down for a couple hours. Flights weren't going in and out. John Hensley goes, Hellfire HPI. Yeah, I do have a Hellfire. You guys know that, right? The Hellfire SS. Need to swap out the throttle servo. Steve Carr, good comment right here. I'm going to answer this. This is a very good question, man. Steve Carr goes, as far as fit scale, is it important to see smoke coming from the exhaust? Well, basically, yes. If you're running like so lean in terms of oil mixture and you don't see smoke, it's bad. It's real bad. All right. We got a good question right here from John Hensley goes, what about the 100K giveaway? All right, it's in the plan. So this week, hopefully I'll hit 100K viewers. We'll get a plaque. I'll go buy myself some halal chicken and rice platters. I like that crap. And I'm gonna organize the giveaway. It's gonna go down. Quite confident it's gonna be the HPI Firestorm, unless I step it up a little bit and do a little bit of a more expensive RC, but I don't think so. It's probably gonna be the Firestorm, okay? IFY65 goes, maybe Taco Bell will endorse you. The only way Taco Bell will endorse me is if I get a job there. Okay, that's the only way. And I have a daytime job. All right? Can't be doing that. See what you guys are saying over here. All right. All right, my dudes, I think that's about it. There's no point. Compass goes 100K. We're going to the club where they take things off from a particular gender. So, all right. Let's do it, man. Pizza Nitro goes, am I going live tomorrow from the RC track? I don't know if I'm going to go tomorrow or not. What the hell is with this light? Grapevine got stuck on the light. Just reading your comments right here. All right, guys, that's about it. Thank you all for your viewership today. I think we could all agree that Baja has come a long way. In fact, I thought it was a basket case when I got it, okay? But yeah, the engine fires up. All it needed was really a carb. Brent, thank you, bro. I appreciate you and all of you guys out there, channel members, by the way. If you want to buy a new nitro, you really should click the links in the description to this video. There are some great in-stock models right now. If you want, I can give you a quick look at it or not. There's a 10 scale Kyosho FW06 that is almost never in stock. If I were you, I will click the link in this video and order that SOB up right now, okay? Because there will be a video on it coming out maybe Sunday, maybe, all right? So until then, my dudes, I'm gonna have to bid you all good night. Earl Moorhead, that was a good one. Goes, Baja, or were you laughing? It could be both. It could be both. I don't know. All right. Anyways, I gotta go do some arm training. Got an arm test. I got an arm wrestling competition next week. Local arm wrestling competition. You know. I actually used to kick some ass back in high school. I only lost to this one kid. But there's also some people with like freak like skinny strength. You know. There's always someone that's freaky strong. Usually, it's not who you expect. Just like the person that took the shot at our boy Trump. Anyways, see you guys later. Stay real, stay positive, and find out. See you all. Freaking King, get a catch up breakout here with the lights, bro. Peace out.